What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the NBA players that would make the best fighters. Who do you want having your back in the bar, in a street fight, a bar fight, a cage fight? Who do you want having your back? I made a little list for you guys. If you guys don't know, I am a huge combat sports fan. I love MMA, boxing, watching it. Unfortunately, my favorite fighter, Leon Edwards, got destroyed last night, so I am not in the bestest of moods, but we're talking hoops today. Get my mind off it. Let's get going. What am I looking for? I'm looking for big, tall motherfuckers that can hoop, and that people that I just think would be great in street fights. So let's get started. This first one very obvious. Steven Adams. I feel like if you go around the league and asking fans who the strongest guy in the NBA right now is, you would say Steven Adams. Now, as you guys can see, he's the strongest player in the league. I'm pretty sure that's like a lock. He's from New Zealand. Everyone in New Zealand and Australia over there, they're used to fighting like giant, scary spiders and snakes and all that. So that gives him plus like 5 power. Being from New Zealand, he's strong as fuck. He's buff as fuck. The dude is a giant. He looks like Aquaman, which may or may not like give him extra powers. I'm not sure how that all contributes. Just him looking like Aquaman, but he does look like Aquaman. So that gives him like a plus 10 intimidation factor. His signature move, Patrick Beverly, you know this well. Jimmy Butler, you know this well. The brick wall screen. Hey man, let's just say I throw a sucker punch at a bar, a bunch of guys start coming at me. Steven Adams is gonna stand in front of me and set a screen, and they're all gonna fucking die when they hit this brick wall. He sets the best screens in the league, not the best screens in the league, but the strongest screens in the league. At least he used to. I still think he does. He's on the Rockets right now, which I think is a great pickup. I love him being a backup to Sengun. Weakness, shots to the balls. Now, if you guys recall when Draymond and Steven Adams had their fight back in like 2016 or whatever, Draymond Green hit him in the balls and did bring him down to his knees. So if you want to beat Steven Adams in a fight, you're going to have to hit him below the belt in his precious jewels. That's the only way you can take a guy down like this, man. Normal strikes, normal attacks aren't going to work. So Steven Adams, I feel like, at least right now, is at the top of our list. Let's move on. Speaking of Draymond Green, next we have Draymond Green. Now, um, like him or hate him, this guy would definitely make a like a great fighter. He's got the build for it. He's at least for an NBA player, he's pretty stocky. He's not super tall, but very like dense, buff, thick. He's a thick boy. So his attributes, he's the enforcer. He's like the enforcer that everyone talks about in the league right now. Everyone has that guy on their team where like doesn't take a lot of bullshit, does the dirty work, will stick up for his teammates. He'll get in the fights. He doesn't care about the technicals, the fines. He's out there enforcing whatever he feels is right. So that will help him. Next, he's an excellent trash talker. They don't love you like that. They don't love you like that to Paul Pierce. You ain't Kobe. But yeah, he's a great trash talker. He can get in the heads of the opponents and which will leave openings on the feet. And I could see him going for a takedown. We all know he has nasty KO power. He KO'd Poole in the Warriors practice facility, one of his greatest wins in combat sports. Ooh, I loved it, man. Just boom! Punch Jordan Poole's stupid ass right in the face, sent him down. So yeah, he's got nasty hands. And yeah, and he slept Poole, so that's a big plus right there. That's a big plus sleeping Jordan Poole. He sent his ass. That right hand sent him to freaking Washington, sent him to the Capitol. So he's got hands. And now we're gonna move on to he's got hands. He also low key has kicks slash ground and pound. You guys remember? I think it was 2 seasons ago when he stomped out Sabonis and made him like scream on the floor. That will definitely help in a bar fight where dirty moves like that are legal. So if a guy is rushing me, I'm looking for Draymond. Boom, hit him with the right hand, and then just stomp his face in the bar floor. That's something I think Draymond will do while shit talking them. Okay, and once again, another big feat that he has had in his combat career, he took the ability away for Steven Adams to reproduce or have kids. I'm not too sure if his New Zealand balls have fully recovered and can produce, but that kick did change a lot of things for Steven Adams. So we know Draymond has an excellent striking game, and his signature move, yeah, kick to the balls, stomp, and right hand to teammates specifically. Now, his weaknesses is he's not very mentally strong. I feel like you can trigger him really easily. I feel like he gets emotional really easily. So yeah, I would just try to make fun of Draymond. We know how he acts on the court. He acts very differently on the court from off the court. But yeah, Draymond Green is our second pick, who I want backing me in a bar fight slash street fight. Let's move on. 1 second. Oh man, thought I had to burp. Sorry. Uh, uh, Okay, next up on the list, we got Beef Stewart, Beef Stew, Isaiah Stewart. Once again, just another guy that he just looks like someone you don't want to fuck with. This guy is fucking beefy. Like he's a big dude, big burly dude. The dreads are pretty scary, but yeah. Um let's go to his attributes. He's a beefy boy. Like I said, he can take a lot of damage. I feel like deal out a lot of damage. He's a big, heavy set motherfucker. So I feel like he can do a lot of damage in a bar fight. He's not afraid of anybody. I feel like I'm sure all of you guys remember the instant with LeBron where like I feel like no one's ever really challenged LeBron like that. Like he looked like he was chasing him for his life. Like he was about to put some paws on Le King. And like, yeah, he was bleeding and shit, just like running through everybody. So yeah, I feel like he is not afraid of anybody. He is willing to bleed. Some fighters, when they see their own blood, they get a little nervous. They get a little scared. They're not used to seeing their own blood. Things are getting real. Beef Stewart does not care. Beef Stew Boy will destroy you. He sees red when he starts bleeding. He almost killed LeBron. I'm fully convinced if those security teams, those refs, those players weren't there, LeBron James, I don't know if he would really be with us today. He definitely wouldn't be the same. At least minimum, he would have been in a coma. Beef Stewart is that dude. And he's on the Pistons, which gives him +5 willpower. Being on the Pistons, man, being in Detroit, living in Detroit, that's got to be tough, man. That's just not a great place where you want to be living. The Pistons haven't been good since I was like 3 years old. So, like, yeah, that gives him the willpower. He's used to being in like in a tough, hard environment where he has to grind for what he wants. So, being on the Pistons gives him +5 willpower. Signature moves, running through numerous amounts of people. He's basically like the Charger from Left 4 Dead, Oryx from Siege. He will bulldoze you. Like if you get in front of him, the only way to really counter that is if you have a Steven Adams screen. I think that would counter the Beef Stew rush, but still, pretty much everyone else you're getting ran over. This dude's like a linebacker. Beef Stew makes the list. Let's keep going. Okay, we got Bobby Portis. This is a guy who, just by looking at him, I do not want to fight this dude. Like he is scary. I remember when he used to be on the Bulls. I loved him. I still like him on the Bucks, but yeah. Uh, let's go to his attributes. Crazy eyes. Now, like you're telling me, if you're trying to pick a fight with someone and a dude like that is staring at you like that, you're gonna actually fight him. Like those eyes, like he's not just gonna beat you up. He's gonna manhandle you. He's gonna do like terrible things to you. He's gonna punish you. Look at those eyes. I'm not messing with a guy with those crazy eyes. That's just me. He will scream and stare at you. Now he is screaming pretty much every time he makes a good play, which is cool. But yeah, he will scream at you. He will stare at you. That's like +50 intimidation factor. He's just a very scary looking dude. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's move on to one of his best combat sports feats. He broke Nikola Mirotic's face. I don't know if you guys remember this. Back when he was on the Bulls, Mirotic was also on the Bulls. They got into an incident in practice, and Bobby Portis punched Nikola Mirotic in the face, and it like broke a bunch of like bones in his face. And like 2 years later, he was playing back in EuroLeague. So like Nikola Mirotic is in the EuroLeague because Bobby Portis crazy eyes broke his fucking face. So that is it's a pretty epic feat, sending someone overseas from a right hand. So that's pretty sick. He plays with Thanasis currently, which gives him plus like 50 combat attributes. I feel like +50 craziness. We all know what Thanasis does for the Bucks, and that it's really just unmatched. You can only imagine what he would do as maybe like a coach in the corner for a fighter. Thanasis's knowledge is just unmatched. So that also gives him plus attributes. Crowd support. The crowd loves Bobby. Bobby. They're always treating Bobby. Yeah, they're always screaming Bobby. So he has the crowd support, which will give him some courage. And, help him get through the fight. Signature move staring contest, like the Sharingan from Naruto. If you stare in this guy's eyes a little too long, you're probably just gonna fucking die, or you're gonna like die from aura. You cannot lock eyes with Bobby Portis more than 5 seconds, or he will hypnotize you and send you to the shadow realm. So do not engage in a staring contest with Bobby Portis. Okay, let's keep going. Boogie Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins. This was one of the first guys when I started watching basketball. I was like, yeah, this is a tough dude. Like, this is a tough, scary dude. Doesn't take shit from anybody. I would love him in a bar fight with me. The dude's ginormous. Let's go to his attributes. I was struggling a little bit with this one, but he will bully you. The dude's just kind of a mean dude. I feel like he will bully the shit out of you. Just look at his face. Like, this reporter asked him a question. He's like, really, dude? He will bully you. He's very sensitive. So, like, if you trigger him remotely, he probably will punch you in the face or kick you or something. So, you got to be careful around him. He'll get angry quick, and you won't like Boogie when he's angry. And then, yeah, just another one. He's mean. He's like a mean dude, I feel like, on the court. He doesn't take shit from anybody. He's constantly talking trash. He'll stick up for his teammates. He'll stick up for me in the bar fight. Signature move, the boogie bomb. Basically, he just picks you up and slams you on the floor like a Batista bomb. So, hey, you don't want to get hit with the boogie bomb from DeMarcus Boogie Cousins. He's kind of on the lower list just because currently he's been, he's playing overseas. He's been dealing with a lot of injuries. But Prime Boogie on the Kings, that was a scary man. That was an enforcer. I miss Boogie, man. One of my favorite centers of all time. All right, let's keep moving on. LeBron, now, I'm just going to be honest. LeBron pretty much, let's say he is a 10-year-old. He could probably go pro in literally any sport he wants, like football, all that. He's just a physical specimen, Ladaddy. We all know he could do any sport. And in this alternate timeline, he decided to take up MMA. This man ages like fine wine. MMA boxing, it's a young man's sport. The older you get, obviously, the more deteriorated your body and mind gets. LeBron ages like wine, low wine. So yeah, he's gonna be good for like the majority of his career. It doesn't matter if he's 40, he's still gonna be beating asses. Okay, he has unlimited knowledge and he's an old head. Like I just said, this man's been hooping since like 2003 in the NBA. He's picked up he knows all the little tricks, all the little secrets. He's seen it all. He's seen all versions of different opponents. Nothing's new to LeBron. So like he has knowledge. He probably has the best fight IQ out of any fighter. Yeah, he's an OG of the fight game, like Connor says. He's an OG of the fight game. He's seen it all. Le GM, he can pretty much pick any opponent he wants. At the bar fight, he'll probably get you kicked out because he's Le GM. He has unlimited power. Signature moves, the La head kick, La right hook, La choke. This man is a very versatile fighter, and I feel like he'll be kicking asses till he's damn near 70. So yeah, LeBron could be Le champ in the UFC one day. Guys, last one of the video. We're gonna move on to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, I think Giannis could low-key be the best striker in all of the NBA. Now, the reason I say that is because he has long-ass limbs. That's his first attribute. Super long, lanky arms, legs, can throw from distance. He'll probably have a nasty jab, really nice 1-2 straight down the pipe, really nice knees, elbows, kicks, just long as fuck, giving opponents with shorter reaches fits. Next one, he is a freak on the court, and according to his Instagram, he's a freak in the sheets, which can only mean he's a freak in the streets when he's fighting for me. He's a freak in the octagon. He's a freak wherever the fight goes. He'll do whatever it takes to win. He'll get freaky on you if it means we get the dub. All right, next up, Thanasis is his brother. Now, we saw Bobby Portis got some attribute boosts because he is teammates with Bobby, but since Thanasis is related in blood to Thanasis, Giannis gets plus 500 power slash knowledge. I really can't overstate the knowledge, the experience that Thanasis has brought to Giannis and can bring in the future for street fight. So once again, we see the Thanasis power boost in play. Pretty OP, man. Okay, next up, signature move, freaky time. Like I said, he no matter where the fight goes, he gonna get freaky on you, and we're gonna get a dub. Okay, guys, so that concludes the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really quickly, some honorable mentions I would throw out: Nikola Jokic, Yusuf Nurkic, just giant white dudes that I feel like you couldn't hurt them no matter what you throw at them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Maybe in the future I will do an all-time NBA player list for this. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe on my new channel. The support would mean the absolute world to me. And thank you for giving me your time of the day.